All right. Good evening, everyone. Mabuhay Philippines. Good morning and good afternoon to all over the world. Welcome back once again to Pageant Trend. This is Jay hosting the live interview with one of the candidates of Misters of Filipinas 2021. So he is on the backstage right now, and also he's so excited to meet us later on. Ayan. So, but before that, before we start our live interview session, let me know you guys that we are also live at our YouTube channel, Pageant Trends. So if you're new to our channel, don't hesitate to click the subscribe and also click the notification bell so that you will be updated whenever we have new uploaded videos and interviews like this. And also, if you are new to our Facebook page, don't hesitate to click the like and also follow us on our Instagram account, Pageant Trend, for more updates and news about pageant. So tonight is a very, very special kasi we have our hot and charming guest, one of the candidates of Mr. Sub Filipinas 2021. So, wag na natin patagalin, let us all welcome our guest for tonight's live session, all the way from Sur. Let's have Josh DIÑO.
Mabuhay everyone! Hello! I'm so glad to be here in Pageant Trend. And thank you very much for watching. And right now I would like to introduce myself. I am Joshua James Rastrulio Dino. You can call me Josh. And I'm 25 years old from Camarines Sur, specifically Pili. So right now I am a graphic artist for foreign clients, specifically for Amazon companies. And also I am a youth mentor in our local church, and at the same time a worship leader. And also I am an entrepreneur. So basically that sums up everything I do as a person, as an individual. And I hope I hope you get to know me more, and I hope to share my world to you better.
All right. Thank you so much, Josh, and welcome here at Pageant Trend.
Thank you so much, Jay.
We really appreciate your presence here at Pageant Trend, and I know that your fans and supporters are, so excited to meet you here or to get to know
Yeah.
more about your journey to Mr. Sub Filipinas 2021.
And
So,
I actually shared my the stream to my Facebook account so that all my supporters could like join us tonight.
wow. Thank you very much for that. And we really appreciate it again. Anyway, guys, for my followers, don't forget to share this live session so that we can have more viewers to come. And of course, if you have questions to Josh, don't hesitate to comment down below. And later on, we will be flashing it or reading it to you guys. And if you want to give some shout out, of course, don't hesitate to, or don't forget to indicate your place where you are so that you will be recognized, of course, as well as your place. All right, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. So batiin muna natin ang ating viewers. We have 60,000 viewers. Char. Just kidding. We have 60 viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in,
Yes,
guys.
hello. Thank you so much for watching. Keep on sharing.
Yes. All right. So my first question to you, Josh. So how are you? How are you today or tonight?
Okay, I'm doing really great. I just woke up from sleep,
Mm-hmm.
afternoon sleep, because yun, kanina I just checked out from my dorm in Naga City kasi I
Mm-hmm.
decided to stay here in Pilina with my family because I had to live to Manila soon. So yun, I want to spend more time with them. And yun, I don't want to miss a moment. So yun, andito ako. And also, I just came from the spa. So medyo nagpa-facial and all. Inalis yung mga hindi kaaya-aya sa mukha.
Yung
So
mga issue, diba?
yeah, I felt good. Ayun.
So kaya pala you're looking fresh tonight.
Oh, thank you. Thanks
Thank
to Nagasthetics.
All right. So before or prior of joining the Mr. Sub Filipinas 2021,
Uh-huh.
what pageants did you join?
Okay, so basically, I joined a couple of pageants already, ranging from municipality pageants, university pageants, to provincial and regional pageants. So my most recent pageant was Mr. Bicolandia, where I
Mm-hmm.
won one of the titles, and my most memorable, I guess, is Ginoang Tabak in Tabaco City here in Bicol. It's
Mm-hmm.
in Albay. So yeah, I joined like a lot of pageants already, but I can count them on my fingers pa. Kasi it's been 2 years. Pero ngayon, counting the pandemic included,
Mm-hmm.
siguro 3 years na ako sa pageant.
Wow.
Ayun.
So kumbaga ano, eksperyensiyado ka na sa pageantry world, 'di ba?
I could say that, but there's always surprise along the way, so there's more to learn.
Exactly. All right. So, next question for you. Um, During a previous pageant, what have you learned from it, from this?
During my previous pageants, I've learned a lot, of course, but one thing that I will always remember and will always carry with myself is that um, different our differences they make us come together. Actually, they
Mm-hmm.
don't make walls around us, but they actually attract other people to be with us. And in order for that to happen, you have to be yourself authentically. And to be able to show them who you really are is the biggest way to get to know a person is to put your guards down and open up to them and at the same time make friends and make memories. That's now I have a lot of friends, a lot of brothers that I've met in my pageant career.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we all know that Philippines is, the powerhouse of all the pageants, and
Yeah, absolutely.
there's a lot of pageants, especially in the provinces. So I just want to ask. I'm just curious about why or how did you find the Mistress of Filipinas?
For me, I find it very authentic,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Mr. of Filipinas is, of course, advocacy driven. And when Mr. of Filipinas take care of an advocacy, it carries through. And I believe that me joining Mr. of Filipinas would give me a lot of platform and an avenue for me to extend my advocacy more, which is Paglaon, the Youth Empowerment Project. And I think that I'm in the right place. That's why, with all of the gatherings we have virtually, I'm so
Mm-hmm.
excited. Kasi yun, hindi ko pa nami-meet lahat ng mga candidates. I have only known one kasi taga Bicol din siya, si Mr. Albay.
Mm-hmm.
But all other candidates, hindi ko pa sila nakikita in person at all. And in the same way, they haven't seen me in person yet. But right now, we're creating this memory already on the GC, ayun, and nagkukulitan. We are
Mm-hmm.
getting to know each other already.
All right. Thank you so much. So, since you have mentioned about your advocacy, Ayan, so can you tell us more about your advocacy?
Okay, so my advocacy is called Paglaom. It's
Mm-hmm.
called Paglaom Project. Paglaom is pag-asa or hope in our local language, in the Bicolano language. And it was birthed or it was given birth or
Mm-hmm.
it has came to existence a year after the pandemic. Um, when we realized we in our church I have this mentees, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
mentoring young people, so these are already leaders in the church. So we were talking with each other, and then we would like to come up with a way to help our youth in the church. So basically we have seen, we're aware of the problems of the youth right now and how difficult it is to cope with the pandemic, especially the youth sector has been drastically changed
Mhm.
by this pandemic. So ayun, we devised a way for us to help them, and that is through Paglaon project. So we do workshops on Paglaon project. It's giving them a sense of norm out of this abnormal situation. We are giving them a sense of norm, and in that way we are sparking hope inside of them,
Mhm.
because when you feel like we're going back to normal again, that's when you're hopeful that this pandemic is going to end, that we're going to break through this pandemic and we will survive this pandemic. And that's what we're trying to do right now. Right now, we're on the phase of our workshops, and it will start this coming week.
Mhm.
We're done with the Paglaom concert. Um, we're done with the Paglaom camp as well. We had a youth camp in our coastal area. And at the same time, we cleaned the coastal area of Balatan, Camarines Sur. So right now, we're focusing on the skills development of the young people of Pili Camarines Sur. And in that way, we know that they're going to be hopeful, and they will see life on a different angle than before. And I think it's we're going the right track. We have a bright future ahead, not just for us but for all everyone that is part of Paglaom.
Ayan. So I'm impressed with your advocacy because it is really relevant nowadays. So since we are,
Thank you.
facing some pandemic crisis, so really the youth really needs your support. And
Thank
ayun, so thank you so much for that wonderful advocacy that you offered to the youth. And all right, so let's talk about you know, about your screening on the Mr. Sub Filipinas. How was it?
It was the most unique screening process that
Mhm.
I had since I joined pageants. Naiba siya kasi virtual lang siya lahat.
Mhm.
The first time, the first call for the screening was we had to submit photos of us, and at the same time a portfolio
Mhm.
and parang resume namin. So I did that. Nag-submit kami and all. And at the same time, I was really not yun, this is an honest story.
Mhm.
Parang sabi ko kasi sa manager ko, parang hindi ako makakapasok dito. I don't know. There was those times that you don't really feel motivated. And I
Mhm.
also have that moments. So yun, those are the times na nagsasabi ako sa manager ko na yun, parang hindi ako makapasok. Then my manager is motivating me. Yun, you have it. You have everything and everything. So yun, I believed in his words, and at the same time I believe on the motivation I get from the church, from my family. So yun, I held on to that fact and also waited. Then we had this parang overnight dun sa bahay ng isa naming church member. And in the morning during breakfast, I received a call,
Mhm.
and nagpapakilala siya sa akin from Mr. sa Filipinas. So I was so shocked and surprised kasi totally I was not expecting that to happen, like yun at all, and not expecting a call from anyone. So yun, nag-inform siya sa akin na that call is recorded, and then I just have to answer the questions. So yun, I answered all the questions with all my heart.
Mhm.
And yun, I was praying after that and really, really thankful. Tapos, after that, he told me na we will call again or email you or text you. And then, video call or parang virtual go see or,
Mhm.
yeah, with the organizer. So, yeah, for that, I prepared this a lot. So, I worked out because I was trying to get ready for that. And then yun, in this room, the screening process happened. So
Mhm.
in my own bedroom, ayun, I was interviewed, and um, they checked my physique if it's okay. So I'm glad that it's okay. So
Mhm.
yun. After that, I waited, and then it's funny kasi nahuling nahuli ko ma-receive yung text from the organizers na nakapasok ako.
Mm.
Nauna akong ma-receive was a chat from one of the organizers telling me na i-add na kita sa official candidates.
Mm.
And yun, I was confused kasi I never received an announcement or any formal information or communication letter that I
Mm.
was yun, nakapasok nga ako. Then I asked my manager, Tito, they're asking me this, ganyan, ganyan. Then sabi ng manager ko, Nak, itanong mo na kung official candidate ka na. Then yun, tinanong ko nga, and sinabi ng one of the organizers that the text was already sent. So, on that night then, saka ko lang na-receive yung text.
Mm.
Kasi masyado mahina yung signal ng networks dito. Wi-Fi lang yung malakas. So, nauna yung Wi-Fi. So, it was funny. It was kind of an experience kasi hindi hindi ko alam na pasok na ako pero sinasama na ako sa GC.
So ngayon, nag-sync in na ba sa isip mo na you are the official candidate of Mistress of Filipinas?
Siguro ngayon, I'm at the point of, siguro yung parang nakasakay na ako talaga sa journey.
Mhm.
Kasi on my earlier weeks, hindi ko pa talaga ma-imagine hindi ko pa ma-absorb lahat ng yung even the thought of me going to Manila for
Mhm.
a long time since the pandemic started. Kasi yun, syempre nung pandemic, hindi ako makalabas ng bahay. And at the same time, hindi din ako makalabas ng province. So, hindi pa ako nakapunta ng Manila at all since the pandemic. And this will be the first time I'm going to leave Bicol for like almost 2 years.
Mhm.
So,
Alright.
yun.
Okay, sige, sige. Thank you so much for sharing your experience on the screening.
Yes, yes.
Okay, my next question for you is how was your preparation for this pageant?
The preparation was something that I'm enjoying, actually.
Mhm.
I like the adrenaline that we have to do something, excuse me. We have to do something every day. I have to accomplish one thing every day in order for me to prepare for Mr. Sir Filipinas. And I'm kind of liking it because back in the days in college, I'm
Mhm.
really, really workaholic. So, gusto ko may mga tinatapos ako, ginagawa ko. So, nung pandemic nga, I tried to start woodworking. Gumawa ako ng mga furniture and all dito sa bahay.
Mhm.
Pero yon nung pumasok na yung Mr. sa Filipinas, I focused on working out. So, I went back to the gym again. And yun kasi dito medyo maluwag na kapag gym kami
Mhm.
because MGCQ pa naman. So, yun, we can I have a coach right now on the gym. Like we're preparing and we're looking at my body every single time that we go to the gym so that we know what to improve on my body. And at the same time, I am on a diet. I'm cooking for myself most of the time so that I don't get to eat food that are not beneficial for myself and for my body. And also, another thing that I'm going to prepare for is the question and answer portion. And this interview, like
Mhm.
Pageant Trend, of course, and all the other interviews, they're helping me a lot to prepare for that question and answer. But um, later on in the future, maybe next week or next week, I will have drills for my question and answer portion so that I could be really, really prepared.
All right. How about your pasarela? Who trained you?
Yeah. On that, I will be training with KF,
Mhm.
Kagandahan Flores, with Sir Roger Flores. So I will be flying to Manila at near the end of August, and that will be my preparation until I fly to Negros Oriental.
Okay. So how does it feel now that you're wearing the sash of your town?
It feels great. It's light, but I feel heavy because
Mhm.
I'm wearing my province. So I'm kind of really, really thankful to be wearing this sash. It's a really, really good sash from Mr. So Filipinas, from Peps. I'm gonna treasure this for the rest of my life. But I'm
Mhm.
really praying that another sash will be over it.
Let's claim it, you know.
Yes,
All right. Do you feel pressure of wearing that sash?
I do feel pressure because Clint Peralta is from Camarines Sur. He
Mhm.
won Man of the World and Man of the World first runner up. So I'm kind of fitting a large shoes.
Mhm. Okay, sige. Let's have a reading of comments and questions from our viewers first.
Okay,
All right, let's have a break muna. Diba?
sure thing.
Okay, let's have our first viewer from our Facebook page. We have GM
Hi GM.
watching from Bukidnon.
Hello, hello. Kumusta kayo dun sa Bukidnon?
All right. Thank you so much, GM, for watching. Don't forget to share our live. And also, we have from Jong Wano Karay, watching from Mindanao.
Hi Jong.
And also, we have from Ramil Luxin, watching from Dumaguete. Hi, Josh. Good
Uy.
evening.
Hi Ramil. Are we
And
gonna
let's
see
have.
you?
Okay.
Dumaguete City eh.
Malapit lang ba yon sa venue ng ano?
Yeah, the venue is in Dumaguete actually. So,
Okay.
I don't know where it's going to happen specifically, but I know for sure that it is in Dumaguete.
Alright, sige. I-PM mo na lang si Ramil.
Yeah.
Char. Alright, so let's have watching Anthony Dizon Alpe. Hi sir, magandang gabi. Good luck kapatid sa interview laban Bicolandia. So Anthony
Yes.
Dizon Alpe is one of the
Yes,
candidates
yes.
of Mr. sa Filipinas representing Albay.
Yes, just in Mr. Albay. He's the only candidate that I have seen in person
Mm. So
as of
nagka-banding na
this
kayo,
moment.
no?
Yes, because
Nagka-banding.
we have met in the pageants before dito sa Bicol.
Wow, great. All right. Next viewer, let's have Rick Samonte Romy, watching from Quezon Province.
Hi, Rick.
Thank you for tuning in, Rick. And from Nimio Pili. Hi, Kuya Josh. Good luck. Love.
Hello, Nino.
And so, Jan Ezekiel is asking about your age and height.
I'm
Uh,
25, 5'10".
wow, tangkad. Ako nga, ano lang ako, 5'6".
Love your height. Diba?
Oo. True. All right, let's move on to our next viewer. Let's have from John Melvin Cabaraban. Pa-shout out po from what's this? Ginoog City, Misor?
It's Gingoog, Misamis Oriental.
Ginoog, sorry. Ginoog.
Yes.
Okay.
Shout out to John Melvin Cabaraban from Gingoog
Cabaraban.
City, Misamis Oriental.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much for
watching.
tuning in. Yes, thank you for tuning in. And let's have from Ruel Sergi Guban Guelas. Hi po, watching from Gumaca, Quezon.
Oh, Gumaka. Hello, Ruel.
Yeah. Thank you, Ruel, for watching. Don't forget to share. And of course, from Ryan Amri Lee, sending love, love, love.
Hi, Ryan. I'm really.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for the love.
Let's have question from Ramil Luxin. My question for you: what do you wish would be socially acceptable for men to do that is currently not considered manly?
Mm, okay, there are a lot of things that are not considered manly, specifically those things that we have or the past generations have dedicated specifically for women.
Mm.
And I guess one thing is taking care of a child as a single man.
Mm.
That's
Okay.
what I don't know if that's a new thing for everyone, but yeah, a lot of yeah, it's not considered manly during
Exactly.
this these days.
Correct. Oo, kasi 'di ba, um, usually nakikita natin talaga mother talaga yung nagke-care sa ano, sa children, oo.
Yes.
Kumbaga si father yung ano, laging nasa labas, nagwo-work for the family, gano'n. Okay, sige, let's have, from our viewer, YouTube channel, from RJ Bandola, sending love, love, love.
Hi, RJ.
Let's have again from Ryan Amri Lee watching from Zamboanga City.
Oh, hello, hello.
Thank you so much for tuning in, Ryan. Let's have question from Cedric Valdeweza. How would you present your advocacy on the international stage or your platform? And how would you relate this to the current situation we are facing?
I guess my advocacy is really relevant. So, the question, the question about relating it to the current situation is quite really easy to answer. And for me, what we need to know is how we're going to present it to the international stage or platform. Actually, honestly, right now, um, I've been thinking of ways to present it in the international stage, but just a little bit. I'm focusing on doing it right now in our like making it happen.
Mhm.
So I believe that if we really have it physically existing, the advocacy happening on an exponential rate, it's
Mhm.
quite easy for us to present it on the international stage or platform, specifically when there are outcomes, there are results. And I believe that we have that right now.
Ayan. Thank you so much for your question, Cedric.
Yes.
Let's have, I think this is shout out to Carly Diaz Redicilia.
Hi, Carly Diaz, Redicilia. Yeah.
Ayan, may follow-up comment siya. Go Josh, good luck from Libmanan.
Yes, thank you, Carly. That's here in Camarines Sur, Libmanan.
So, ang dami palang ano, no? Ang dami yung, what is that? Is that a town or a barangay?
Municipality.
Wow. How many
Yes.
municipalities do you have?
I don't know for sure, actually. I had
Madami,
to
no?
review that. Yeah,
Oo.
madami.
Madaming ano, municipalities sa Camsur, no? Sige, let's move on to our next viewer. Let's have from Emmanuel Garcia. Hi, Josh. Please give me a shout out to my family in Tarlac.
Hi, hi, Manuel Garcia, and shout out to your family in Tarlac.
All
Ayun. How are you
right.
doing?
All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's have from Elaine Dantes Dayan. I love Josh. All support here in Balibago, Primero, Tarlac City. God be with you.
Hi, thank you, Elaine.
Thank you so much, Elaine, for your cheering. And of course, we have from JM Zafra. Go
Hi,
Josh,
Jay.
Mr. International Crown. Mhm. All right, let's have from Leonard de la Peña. Good luck, JJ. God bless you always.
He is my kote, actually. He is the one who discovered me.
What do you, ano yun? Ano mo siya?
Kute, kuya ate.
I
Kute.
see. Kote.
Yeah.
Ah, ngayon ako nakarinig ng gano'n. Akala ko yung ano, something like kuting, mga gano'n. Okay, thank you
Yeah.
for tuning in,
Thank
Leonard
you.
de la Peña. Ayun, may follow-up comment siya. Make our Camarines Sur proud.
Yeah, I will. I will. Thank you.
And we have a comment from Anthony Miguel Rafanan. Josh is a truly one of the most eloquent speaker.
Oh, thank you, Anthony.
Thank you so much, Anthony, for your compliments or comments as well. Let's have from Cyan, tama ba?
Cyan. He's my
Cyan
friend.
Escalan,
Cyan
Escalanda. Oo.
Escalanda.
Escalanda, we stand. Stand
Yes,
ba o
thank you,
stand?
thank you. We stand.
Mm-mm.
It's
Anong ibig
actually
sabihin
some.
niyan?
It's actually something you say when you I don't know you support something. You stand.
Okay. Parang ano din sa LGBTQ, we stand, mga gano'n. No. All right, sige. Let's move on to our next question from Leonor de la Peña, one of your, naka-discover sa'yo. Ika mo
Yeah.
nga. All right. How you consider yourself as a gentleman?
For me, I consider myself as a gentleman because I know how to care, to
Mhm.
love, and to treat anyone in the society properly. It's not just being choosy on who you treat properly. It's actually something that you do to everyone, no matter what gender, no matter what age, or no matter what um, economic status they have. You have to treat them properly, and that's how a gentleman treats a person.
Wow. Tari naman ni Josh. So,
Thank you.
oo. Thank you so much for that wonderful answer. Let's have, actually na ano na to. Let's give a shout out na lang to Dranuel de la Peña.
They're
Yeah.
the same person, actually.
Same person. Okay. Oo nga, binaliktad lang. Sorry. Thank you so much, Dranuel, for watching at our YouTube channel.
By the way, he's my designer for my national costume.
Wow, I'm really excited to see that.
Yes,
Mm.
really, really
For,
excited for
for
it to
sure. Mhm.
for Mr. Sa Filipinas to drop it.
Wow. For sure, there's a pasabog. Diba?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, Leonard, for tuning in at our YouTube channel. And another comment from him. Best of luck, JJ. God bless you always.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
And also from Cyan Escalanda. Padayon Kuya JJ.
Yes, thank you, Siren.
Thank you. Let's have a question from Raymond Mondigo de la Cruz Padida. Do you think there is a double standards in physical appearance between male and female? Shout out po from Lipa, Batangas. Thanks.
Yeah, shout out to Raymond Mondigo Padida from Lipa, Batangas. Yan. I believe that there are double standards on most things when it comes to the opposite genders, opposite sex. And I think that double standards in the very first place should not exist because if we're for equality among all sexes, among all genders, standards for everything should be equal, should not be double. So, an example for that on physical appearances is when I have seen this sort of video on it's an interview between
Mhm.
a woman and another man. So there is this there is this the girl was asked,
Mhm.
what are your standards for a man? And then the girl said, I want someone who has six packs.
Mhm.
So the man said, that's discriminatory, or that's body
Discrimination.
shaming.
Yes.
So because she doesn't want anyone without a six pack. And then when the man was asked what was his ideal body type for ideal woman, she said a woman with an hourglass figure. And then the girl was infuriated and nagalit siya because she's she said that he's body shaming. But actually, it exists all across the board. We we tend to have double standards on our physical appearances, specifically among the opposite sex. And I think it has to change. It has to stop. And we should start loving our own bodies so long as our bodies are healthy and so long as our bodies are, not harmful for ourselves.
Exactly. And also, if we are also joining the pageant, diba?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. There shouldn't have a discrimination or body shaming. Because everyone, we all know that everyone has has own story to share
Yes.
to our viewers or to the pageant fans, diba? So there should have an equality. Mm-mm. Sige, let's move on to next question. From John Ezekiel Laura, in what way do you think male pageantry should strive to be in an equally stance as female pageantry when it comes in influences and popularity for gaining equal support as females have in pageantry?
This is something very relevant to my university, which is the University of Nueva Cáceres, because the university student government actually started a position, or they started a position, pioneered a position called Men Empowerment, and
Mhm.
I believe that that certain position is going to be effective only if and only we stop um, if and only if we empower men to be
Mhm.
involved. What we need right now for male pageants to be more influential and more known is for men to be involved in a lot of advocacies, regardless of what gender is advocating that advocacy. Because right now we live in a patriarchal society, a society wherein there is more what you call that, more preference towards men on certain sectors in the society, in the community. And I believe that if we champion men involvement over men empowerment, that's
Mhm.
when we get more influence. Because what men need right now is not empowerment, but actually um, a wake up call for us to be involved more, because we have our privilege as men, and that is one thing that we should use in order to help other people, like the women, the LGBT community, to champion their advocacies and to co-opt that into our involvement is one thing that will um, improve male pageantry.
All right. Okay. When can we say that a man is empowered man?
A man is empowered when he holds on to that identity of being a man and uses it for the to highlight other people, to help other people, to extend a hand for the advocacies of other genders, and to actually treat every person equally.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Josh. Let's have from Science Calanda. Given how men is already benefiting, empowered from the systematic patriarchy, what is the essence of a male pageantry?
Okay, so the essence of male pageantry is actually right now my brothers in misters. That's what I call them right now. My brothers, my the other misters that I am competing with in
Mhm.
Misters of Filipinas. Right now, we are starting to open up to a lot of advocacies, a lot of struggles in the society, and I think that's one essence that we're championing right now. And to be able to be more effective in that essence, we need to be involved. And that's one thing that Misters of Filipinas is so true about. And on the involvement on certain advocacies, and not just certain advocacies that are popular, but certain advocacies that are needed and necessary in the building of our nation.
All right. Thank you so much. Another follow-up question for you. So, since the tagline of the Mr. Sub Filipinas is masculinity with responsibility, do you think you are qualified on that? You know, your or do you fit as the Misters of Filipinas?
Okay. I think so. I believe so. I believe that all of us, the 30 candidates, we fit in that tagline,
Mm-hmm.
our hashtag masculinity with responsibility. I think all of us are responsible, and I think that all of us are ready to take responsibility of whatever advocacy we will be holding on to, whatever advocacy we'll be hosting or adopting from winning the title on Mr. of Filipinas. And I believe that as for me, I have learned from a lot of experiences I had in the past. And I have done not so much, but I have done enough to be called a masculine person, a man with responsibility. And my ability or my capacity to learn more
Mm-hmm.
puts me perfectly on that tagline.
All right. Another follow-up question for you. If given a chance to win the Mr. Sub Filipinas 2021, so what story would you like to share with us?
Okay, I have a lot of stories to tell actually, but one story that is always revolving in my mind since July
Mhm.
is the story of when I almost died.
Mhm.
So, muntik na kasi ako malunod on July
Mhm.
22. I am a swimmer since I was a child. But there are moments that you think you're really, really confident to overcome, or there are moments that you think that you can do, but it turns out that you're not really prepared for it. You're not really cut out for it. So
Mhm.
here's a story. Um, there was this on our Paglaon camp. We are on a seashore.
Mhm.
Yun. So, sobrang lakas ng alon. And one of the youth got stuck in the waves. Hindi siya makabalik. So,
Mhm.
one of the young people tried to save him. And the same thing happened to him. They both got stuck in the waves. Sobrang laki ng alon. Like, hindi
Mhm.
talaga kayang bumalik if you're stuck in there. So, ako, I was one of the leaders in the camp. So, when I saw them asking for help and everyone in the shore, they're shouting for help as well, I ran to it kasi I know that I am a good swimmer.
Mhm.
And I know that I have saved um, people from some people, a few people in the past from drowning as well. So I think I had the experience. So that's what got into my mind. And I had no doubt. I took my shirt off and then ran to them. But what happened was when I got in the water, ang laki ng alon, sobrang laki.
Mhm.
Papunta pa lang ako, I was battling a lot of waves already. Then when I get to them, what I gave them was um, a motivation to relax or to calm down
Mhm.
because the situation is controllable. That's what I gave them. But at the back of my mind, I'm already tired. Um, I was already my body was already aching. And then when I got closer to them, one of them tried to ride me. So um, lumulubog ako sa tubig.
Mhm.
And that's when I was starting to drown already because this person was there for almost like minutes already. And his main goal was to like get out of water. So
Mm-mm.
yun, yung ginagawa niya, sinasakyan niya ako, lumulubog kami. So that's when I tried to like raise my air was like I was losing air, and then yun at that moment I told them na I had to go back kasi I realized na I did not bring anything with me.
Mm-mm.
So yun, pagbalik ko, my whole body was aching already. Nagka-cramps na siya.
Mm-mm.
So I cannot move na. Palapit pa lang ako sa sa pangpang. And then I started crying kasi I realized na I couldn't go back to them again to actually save them
Mm-mm.
kasi I was returning to the shore for a life boy or a lifesaver. So yun, my whole body I couldn't move my whole body already. So I started crying, and then everyone in the shore, yung moment was sobrang hopeless. Napaka bigat na nung pangyayari, and I just lied there on the sand. And then one of our youth lifted me para makita ko yung nangyayari. And
Mm-mm.
I was already crying and hysterical ako. Sobrang hindi ko makakalimutan yung moment na yon. And
Mm-mm.
then two individuals were rushing. They're swimming towards the two individuals that are drowning. And that's when I started to say my thanks to God, because that is an eye opener for not just me but to a lot of people, that there are moments that we think we can do it alone, but we actually needed help from a lot of people. And that's when I was thankful for a lot of people around us, a lot of people that were just there waiting to help. And the same thing could happen to all of us, to everyone in wherever we are here on the planet, that
Mm-mm.
we could come together. We cannot survive alone, but if we come together and unite, there is a lot to accomplish. And a breakthrough, yun yung sinasabi ko palagi, a breakthrough is always just on the shore. We just have to face the waves, to swim through that shore, and we will survive. Yun. And that's what I'm praying for right now, for the Philippines and for the whole world, actually, for us to break through this pandemic and to heal from this together.
Exactly, tama
Yun.
ka dun, oo. Every time na ano talaga, na sasabak tayo sa laban, we cannot do it alone
Yes.
without, weapon of course, 'di ba?
Yes.
Ika
And
mo
right
nga,
now,
sige.
I'm really, really thankful for a lot of people behind my back right now, and they're always there for me. They're giving me words of wisdom, words of motivation, and just the little great things that make me move a little closer to that journey, a little closer to Mistress of Filipinas title. So yun, really, really thankful. Shout out to everyone if you're watching. Thank you so much, and I love you so much.
Ayan. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I hope that you will get the crown or the title.
Thank you.
Okay, Josh. Thank you so much. Let's move on to our next question from our viewer. Let's have uh, this one from Anthony Miguel Rafanan. My question: as a man of faith, what is your message to a teen who has felt distant from God?
Excuse me, sorry. Okay, as a man of faith, the first message I want to tell that person, that teenager, is that um, it's okay. You should forgive yourself, and that God is always there to accept you with open arms, even though you have left or you felt distant from God. He's still always there, always watching you and waiting for you to come back and to come home. Because I believe that every teenager, just like me, I had my days or my years when I felt distant from God. That's when I left the church. And one thing that I felt the most is that, am I still forgivable? So that's why I'm going to tell them that whatever you've done, there's no mistake big enough for God to forgive you.
Ayan, thank you so much, Josh, for sharing your answer. Let's have from Rais Simpal. I have a question for you, Josh. What would you tell about the Philippines if you win the one or one of the title for from Mr. Sub Filipinas? We support you from Maguindanao.
Thank you, Raiz. And shout out to Maguindanao, to everyone from Maguindanao. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. So, I will tell the Philippines about the people. I will tell the world or the, the other candidates, I guess, or yeah, the world basically.
Mhm.
I will tell them that the Philippines is beautiful because we have beautiful people, and not just physically, but
Mhm.
we have people with the most beautiful hearts, and that's what makes the Philippines more beautiful, and that's what makes it more fun in the Philippines.
Ayan, ang galing. Okay, sige. Thank you so much for your question, Ray Simple. Let's move on to from RG Tamesis. What are the movements you want to implement that could help amidst pandemic?
Okay, so right now the only thing I can think of is Paglaon project, and I think it is helpful because the youth sector, as I told you earlier, is the one that's most drastically affected by this pandemic. And to elevate the morale of the young people, the future of our country, the generation that's going to take over our our planet, our country, if we give them enough motivation and we set their mind on the right angle, our future is better. No matter what happens, no matter how this pandemic turns out to be, as long as the next generation, the youth, is a breakthrough generation, a generation that believes that they can go through whatever and then break through whatever, there's nothing to worry about.
Okay, sige. Let's have this comment from Rick Ramirez for the win, JJ.
Thank you, Rick.
And question from Jomari Cardano Red. What accomplishment are you most proud of and why? Laban JJ, you got this. Love, love, love.
Thanks, John Marie. So yeah, I've been flexing a lot of accomplishments in the past already. Most of you have known it, and most of you can see it in on my social media. But one accomplishment that I will always be proud of, but I never actually have flexed, is
Mhm.
my how I improved emotionally, how I improved mentally, because that's one thing that people don't see, but it's one thing that's actually helping me to continue and to actually stand here or to sit here in front of you and to represent my province. And at the same time, improving emotionally makes me more aware that other people are going through a lot of struggles as well, and we have to be more considerate to them. And that's one thing that I have just accomplished or unlocked in my emotional capacity to empathize, to put my feet on another person's shoes. That's one thing I don't really know how to do in the past. I was just always trying to achieve something, and not really actually feeling other people, not really actually um, knowing the stories of other people. And that's one thing that I learned from just talking to people, being friends with people, and immersing myself to the struggles of the people. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Josh. Let's have a comment from Frederick Lino Vargas the second. For the win, clap, clap, clap.
Thanks, Frederick.
Thank you so much, Frederick. Don't forget to share our live session. And of course, we have another question from John Marie Cardano Red. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Um, First two words: leader, um, unstoppable, and the last word is breakthrough.
Nice, galing.
Do I have to explain?
Sure, you can.
Okay, so leader is a way to describe my first name. Leader in Unstoppable is a way to describe my first name. So Joshua was actually a leader. I could
Mhm,
also use chosen because Joshua in the Bible is chosen, a chosen leader.
mhm.
And James is one of the characteristics of James is unstoppable. So I actually championing that
Mhm.
unstoppability. So I'm storming right now.
Mhm.
So what I believe in right now is that I'm conquering the Philippines with hope and love. Yun. And
Nice.
hopefully I would conquer the world with hope and love. So
Ayan.
and lastly, a breakthrough. I believe that there are struggles, there are problems in this world, but having that mindset of breakthrough, that knowing that whatever wave comes your way, whatever mountain is blocking your road, you will get through it, you will break through it, whatever wall that there is. So, yeah, that's my mindset, that's my mantra right now: breakthrough.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Josh. Let's move on to the next question. Mhm. Mr. Rick Ramirez, sorry, I will not flash your question because I guess it's pertaining to, political issues.
Okay.
So you can ask anything or you can ask again. Wag lang political questions. All right, let's move on to Anthony Miguel Rafanan. Among the many lessons this pandemic taught you, what to you is the most impactful?
Um, Connected to the lesson that I learned, that time really is fleeting, because that's one thing that I guess everyone would agree, that that's one thing we have learned in this pandemic. We have lost a lot of lives. We have lost time, like so much time we've lost. And one thing that I learned from it is that we should always be goal driven and intentional, because if we're living without a purpose, without a goal, we'll be just going with the flow. But if we try to use our to have a direction, actually to set our mind on something, we can accomplish anything with or without the pandemic.
Okay, thank you, Josh. Let's have another question from Ramil Loxin. Another question, Josh. What would you do if you found out your significant other had a homosexual relationship in the past?
Okay, so first thing I saw in that question is past. So for me, I don't really dwell on the past. It won't affect me actually. What matters most is the present
Mhm.
and what I see right now, what I'm experiencing right now, and what holds true at the moment, at present. It's what matters most. So if my significant partner, other, had a homosexual relationship in the past, why does it matter?
Correct. Talagang ano, pinakaimportante talaga is present, 'di ba? Past na
Yes.
nga past na nga siya, so it won't happen again, 'di ba? Hindi mo na siya maibabalik. It won't rewind the things that had happened to you before. So it comes into your memories na lang, no?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your question, Ramil Loxin. Let's have this from John Ezekiel Laura. What is more weight, equity or equality?
Equity or equality. Okay. For
Equally,
me,
sorry, it's equally, sorry.
I think it's actually he meant to say equality because I have been
Uh,
asked this question in the past already, and I've been actually thinking about it. For me, they both should exist. Equity is when you give someone what the person deserves, and equality is giving the person a portion of something, no matter if it doesn't matter if it he deserves it or not. We should let it coexist, and it depends on the situation. So it all boils down to us, what we're our choosing, our ability to decide, and to whether choose equity or equality.
all right, thank you so much. Let's move on to Raymond Mondigo de la Cruz Padida. For you, who is the stronger sex, male or female, and why?
I think we should stop comparing both the sexes, I guess. And that's one thing that the pandemic should have taught us, that we should not be antagonizing anyone in the society, but rather start to love and to start to see the strengths and the beauty among everyone in the society. And to compare the male and the female sex is just, you know, a waste of time for us because we're all strong, we're all beautiful. Both the male and the female sex is strong. We have our strengths, and that's for sure. And another thing is for sure, we could not live without one of the sexes and all the other genders that exist in the society.
Ayan. And everyone has their own capability, 'di ba?
Yes.
So hindi natin masasabi na ano, mas stronger yung male. Siguro when it comes to when it comes to the feelings of each and every one, of course, the male has has a strong feelings when it comes to, facing the struggles and challenges in life. So mas matibay talaga sila. They are, brave enough to
Yeah.
face that
However, thank you,
challenge.
Raymond Padida, for that question.
Ayan.
That's
So,
one thing that we should actually talk about, you know, and tackle actually. Because right now we keep on comparing the sexes. So yeah, I think we really really have to stop it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Raymond, for your question. Let's have a comment from Brandon Seratan. Good morning, Josh and Jay.
Thank you, Brandon.
Brandon Seratan is one of my regular viewers here in Pageant Trend, and he's all the way from Trinidad and Tobago.
Whoa, hello.
Thank you so much for watching always, Brandon. Let's have a question from Omar Sisay. How would you prove that you're answering a question that the judge convinced on your answer?
Wait, let's just make sense of the
Mhm.
question. Okay, how would you prove that the way you answered the
Yeah,
question convinced
the
the
judges.
judges? Okay, I believe that you can see it as a someone who has joined a couple of pageants in the past, I know when I have answered the question well, and I know when I did not. It's because judges actually have a face to show their emotion, and some of the judges, they don't actually put a flat affect on that. They actually show um their emotion regarding your answer. So yeah, that's when you know. And of course, you heard your answer, you have heard yourself. You'll know for sure if you have answered well and if you didn't.
Exactly. And the most important is you have your conviction, diba? And it sounds like, ayun, sounds like na totoo yung sinasabi mo at kapanipaniwala, di ba? Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Ito, may last question si Raymond Mondigo de la Cruz Padida. Last question to you, Josh. What is your philosophy or value that you hold dearest in your life? Josh, you have no sound. Can you hear me? Okay, so si Josh, ayun.
Ayun,
Alright,
I'm
sige.
back. Thank you. May nag-call kasi.
Nawala. Okay, sige, sige. Let's
Wait lang.
proceed. So, antayin natin na bumalik si Josh kasi siguro may emergency call siya. So, for the meantime, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in here at Pageant Trend. So, if you have more questions to Josh, don't hesitate to comment down below. And also, if you have greetings or comments to him, yan. So, i-comment nyo lang yan sa comment section and we will be flashing it later. And aside from that, we will give you a shout out. And don't forget to indicate the place where you at. All right. So for the meantime, sa mga bago pa lang or kakapanood pa lang ng live session namin, please don't forget to share this live session and also like our page, Pageant Trend. And if you are new to our, YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe us and follow us on our Instagram account. All right. Thank you so much, guys. And there you have it. Welcome back, Josh.
Okay. Sorry for that. I don't know what happened. Nag-end yung yung stream for on my end. So yan, I'll go back to the question. Yan.
Sige.
The philosophy or value that I hold dearest in my life right now is to live in the moment and break through the future. Because there's always something to love about the present, to learn from it if it is something bad, and to love if it is something good, and always be hopeful of what is coming next, because I believe that the best is always yet to come, specifically for people who believe in the beauty of dreaming, the beauty of hoping, and the beauty of believing that a brighter future is ahead.
Ayan, thank you so much. Let's move on to the question from Brandon Siratan. Ayan. I had to either release my judgment about the value of intellect and fling my mind open to the possibility of some deeper reality, or hack myself apart from my own lived experience, destroying my integrity. Name something wild you have done out of intellect or experience.
Okay. So, what's something wild I've done? So, one thing that I have done, actually, I want to be more adventurous. Actually, so um, there are things on my list that I want to accomplish. But in the past, one wild thing that I have experienced palang is um siguro ride the Vikings ride on on the carnival. That's kind of something boring, I guess, for some people, but to me, that's really something na nakaalog ng utak ko. And if there's something that I want to try, siguro, sige, I'll rephrase na lang my answer. There's something I would like to try, that's bungee jumping. Yung, or cliff diving.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. And, yeah, one wild thing na I've done is siguro, um, skinny dipping. Yun pa lang.
Mm. Okay,
Yun.
sige.
So, I'm kind of adventurous. So, I'm open to a lot of adventures and crazy wild things to do in the future.
All right, sige. Thank you so much. Let's have this from JMJ Mabanag. What is the essence of a man?
Okay. So, for me, the essence of a man is, of course, to be able to protect, to be able to sacrifice, and to be able to love. Because I think there's no reason to it. We just do it because we love, we care, and to be full of that, that's when you know that you are truly a man.
All right, sige. Let's have a comment from Rais Simpal. Ayan. Excuse me, Sir Jay, nananawagan po ang Team D, hindi pa Harris. I-vote daw natin siya. All right. Okay, guys. So for those who are watching right now and also manonood pa lang sa live session na to sa Pageant Trend, I'm asking your support to our representative of Miss
Miss
Supranational
Supranational.
2021, si Dindy Pahares, all the way from Bataan. So, ayun, nasa ano siya ngayon, nasa Poland. She is competing for the Miss Supranational 2021. So, please, guys, don't forget to vote Dindy Pahares. Ayun, just visit the Miss Supranational official page for more details on how to vote Dindy Pahares. Ayan, guys. So let's support Dindy Pahares on her journey to Miss Supranational. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and let's have this. We will, let's claim na our second crown sa Miss Supranational na may iuwi.
Yes.
Okay. Sige. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and let's move on to our next comment or question. From Hyla, nga pala. This is my question for you. When is it okay not to be okay, and when is it not okay to be not okay? Kay Tito Boy question.
Yeah. I have answered this actually from one of the interviews I had. And I'm gonna answer it the same way.
Mhm.
It is okay not to be okay because we have to cater to our personal mental health, and our mental health is should be the number one priority. And it is not okay to be not okay when you stay at the bottom for a long time and actually not learn from anything, and actually not break through that phase, because we all go through that bottom phase, rock bottom phase, but all of us are just success stories waiting to happen, and we should have our plan to break through that phase.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Josh. Let's have from JM again. Given the fact that this pandemic given us a hard time in our life, what reason why you are still have the guts to smile and to be happy?
Okay, in this pandemic, we have lost a lot. That's a fact. We have lost a lot, but we still have a lot to cherish. And that's one reason for us to smile and for me to give happiness to other people and to actually be full of hope and to be able to share that to other people.
Exactly. And of course, ika nga nila, when there's a life, there's a hope. 'Di ba? And also, YOLO. 'Di ba? You only
Yes.
live once. Kaya dapat make your life, to the fullest. Ano, 'di ba? Okay, sige. Let's move on to the next question naman tayo. Ito, from our YouTube channel viewer, from Juan Miguel Bernardo. What is the
Hi,
role of the
Burns.
nation? What is the role of the national pageant title holder in the pursuit of the country's economic success?
For me, one of the closest and most specific thing that pageant title holders give to Filipinos is hope and elevating morale in the country, giving pride to every Filipino out there. And I believe that in or being able to channel this kind of a symbolic function as a pageant title holder and being able to speak up and to raise awareness on certain advocacies and certain causes, it is highly contributing to the economic success of any country.
Exactly. And as well as kapag manalo ka sa national pageant, of course, ikaw na mismo yung magiging kumbaga front line ng bansa natin to represent,
Yes.
'di ba? Tapos ayun, you will of course promote our country through I guess your advocacy or promoting or posting it through your social media kasi nga 'di ba winner ka na you will represent the country to the international arena. Ayan.
Yes.
Sige. Do you have any additional, Josh?
Um, I'm
Okay,
good.
sige. Let's have from Harold Rito Racal. Good luck, Josh.
Thank you,
And also
Harold.
greetings from Marv's Del
Del
Socorro.
Socorro.
Greetings from Camsur. Go, Josh Dino.
Hi, Marvs.
And also from Ken Leo Estaura. Greetings.
Hi, Ken. Thank you for watching.
Let's have from Mel Abitria. Hi, JJ.
Hi, Mel.
And follow up, Laban Kamsur. Let's have Arvin Chester
Yes.
Basihan, Joshua. Let's go, brother.
Yes. Let's go.
Ayan. Okay, eto, from Ramil Loxin. Another question, Josh. What is your favorite gemstone and why?
For me, my favorite gemstone, I guess, is I have two favorite gemstones. Number one is ruby,
Mm-hmm.
and number two is aquamarine. I just like them. I love them, and it symbolizes two things in my life. Ruby, my passion. It symbolizes all of the things I'm passionate about, and aquamarine. It symbolizes my peace. Everything that uh, keeps me grounded, keeps me at peace, and it everything that keeps me um, motivated and relaxed. At the same time, just having faith on the good things that are coming.
Ayan, thank you so much. Another comment from our YouTube viewer. Praying for the top crown, Kuya JJ, from Juan Miguel Bernardo.
Yes, thank you so much, Burns. Let's pray for that.
Ayan. Question from John Ezekiel Laura. How eager you are to win the title?
Um, I'm really eager that I believe that I can punch through a wall. I don't know if it says a lot, but yeah, that's how eager I am.
Okay, thank you. And comment from Reynard Oropeza Coros. Crush ko to, laban.
Hi, Reynard.
Eto, may another comment si Brandon Seratan. Hack me apart from my own lived experience, destroying my integrity. You chose an experience you had. How did this activity destroy your integrity?
Okay, so basically, yeah, I think your integrity. I believe a person's integrity is more, is built
Mhm,
than destroyed
mhm,
when the person makes mistakes and actually owns up to it.
mhm,
So that's when an integrity is built. It's not built on not actually making mistakes or being perfect, but actually making mistakes and, you know, accepting you have made mistakes and knowing that you have accepted and owning up to it, you know that you can change it in the future.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Brandon, once again to your question. Let's have
Yes.
comment from Lowy Gray Senit. Hi, Joshua. Go.
Thank you. Thank you.
And let's have from Ramil Loxin. Good luck, Josh. Sana makuha mo na yung crown.
Yes.
All
Thank you so
right.
much.
So that was the question and answer portion from our viewers. So let's move on to the faster questions. All
Okay.
right.
Bring it on.
Yeah. So all you need to do is you can explain kahit konti lang or ano. Basta kung ano lang masabi mo. All right. Okay. It's this question is aims to get to know more about you and your insights about the questions. All right. First question. What are you most likely to become famous for?
Um, my voice,
Mhm.
because I sing.
Wow. Okay. So later on, papasample kita.
Yeah.
Before we
Thank you.
end our live. All right. Let's
Thank
have,
you for the opportunity.
sige. Next question. What is the most impressive thing you know how to do aside from singing?
Okay. Most impressive thing I know how to do is digital painting.
Wow. Okay. Sige. Next question. What do you wish you knew more about?
I wish I wish I knew more about this pandemic so that I could hack into it and then like tell everyone that it's gonna be easy because I know a hack.
Sige. Next question tayo. What question would you most like to know the answer to?
Okay, so the question, where are we headed?
Mhm.
Right now, having this pandemic, I know that we're going somewhere. We're not going downhill from this. I know everyone's surviving. Everyone's um, wanting to survive. Everyone is working on to surviving or actually defeating the whole pandemic. But one thing I want to answer is, where are we going to? Where are we headed? And where are we taking our generation from this?
Okay, sige. Let's move on to our next question. Who is the most fascinating person you've met?
Most fascinating person I've met. Okay, most fascinating person. I guess my ex.
Why?
Cause I fell in love with her.
Sige, next tayo. What are some movies you really enjoyed?
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna drop all the movies I really loved. Um, ano, series yung mga naisip ko eh.
Mm-mm.
Sige, sige. I'll drop the movies lang na ano. Ocean's 8. Sobrang
Mm-mm.
ganda niya kasi aside from women empowerment, um, ano, girl power, ganun, the energy of women in that movie is so awesome. Aside from that, they're so badass and so cool that I
Mm-hmm.
want to be as cool as they are. Ayun. Tapos, the series that I love so much, I'm so fascinated about is number one, Lucifer.
Mm-hmm.
Ayun. And next is The Politician. So, these are the series and movies that um, actually somehow made me cry. And yung top number one, the best movie that I know is
Mm-hmm.
Three Idiots. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if you've seen that, but
Yeah, I've seen that.
this
The Three
this
Idiots.
specific movie is the only movie that made me cry multiple times
Mm-mm.
throughout the movie. So yun, medyo mahirap kasi akong paiyakin, especially if it's a movie. But
Mm-hmm.
if I cry, yun, sobrang lakas ng impact ng movie na yan. And eto pa pala, may naalala ko. Speaking of crying by watching a movie, Miracle in Cell number 7, sobrang grabe lang. Sobrang iyak ko nun. So yun, I actually rate movies by how they made me feel so that yun, mas madali sa akin to rate which movies are the best.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's have another question for you. What are you kind of obsessed with these days?
Okay. So I'm obsessed with number one, workout with a gym. I'm obsessed with building my own body. So bottom line then, I'm obsessed with um, cooking for myself. So culinary, it's one thing that I'm trying to do right now as well. I've learned a lot of recipes that are actually healthy and cheap para sa mga gusto mag-diet, tapos gusto um, build ng katawan. So yun, that's one thing that I'm learning right now and I'm really, really obsessed with.
All right, sige, let's move on to next question. What what's your favorite international food?
Okay, number one favorite international food. I don't know if most viewers would know this. Gyoza. Do you know gyoza?
I'm not familiar with that.
It's
Gyoza.
it's a Japanese dumpling.
Mm,
Yeah, it's really good, and it's one thing that I learned to cook during this lockdown series in the in the Philippines. So ang sarap niya, sobrang sarap. It's my favorite food. Rating everything. Sobrang sarap. I could eat that for days without getting tired of eating it.
wow. Buti hindi ka tumataba, no?
Medyo mahirap ang patabain. So,
Mm, that's the good thing, 'di ba? Kahit ilang ano ka pa, ilang gramo ng ano, ng carbohydrates yung ano mo, 'di ba? Sige, let's move on to the next question. Is there an app that you hate but use anyways?
app. Number one is my alarm clock.
Mhm.
I don't really want to wake up is in the morning. I really love to like stay in bed, but I have to get up. I have to earn money, so I have to work. So I have to wake up.
All
Yun.
right, sige. When scrolling through social media, do you prefer posts from celebrities or from your best friends?
There are times that I like seeing posts from celebrities, specifically celebrities that I relate to. But I would love to get an update on my best friends because I want to know what they're doing. I want to know if they're doing great. I want to know if they're not doing great because right now we have been separated with boundaries, with distance. So yun, really want to check on them.
All right. Sige, next question. What would be the best thing about not having a sense of smell?
Okay, COVID no. The best one of the best thing is I don't know, not being able to smell the stink
Mhm.
of any place or anything. Yeah, it's a good thing, but I think it's dangerous to not have a sense of smell because there are substances that actually stink because they're bad for our health. So if it's our number one mechanism to like stay away from them.
Mm. Actually, ano, tawag doon, yung smell at saka yung taste is magkaano lang, magka-connect. So
Yeah.
if you don't have a taste, of course, you cannot smell the food.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then
Yes.
if you don't have a smell, you cannot determine whether it is sweet or sour.
Yeah, there are
Diba?
certain things nga na kahit maamoy mo lang alam mo na yung lasa, di ba?
Correct.
Yun,
All
so
right.
ganun.
Sige, last question na tayo. Would you leave your hometown forever or stay on your hometown forever?
Okay, that's a tough question. Because I'm dreaming of going to New York because I dream of Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
To be part of Broadway, of course, to be an actor. So it's kind of hard for me not to leave um,
Mm-hmm.
my my province. But at the same time, it's really hard for me to leave um, Camarines Sur because most of my life, like my whole life, revolved
Mm-hmm.
around it, and a big chunk of my life is composed of everything from Camarines Sur. It's really hard right now. I don't wanna answer the question because yeah.
What if you win Mr. Sa Filipinas and there's a need for you to leave your hometown and you really need to
Um,
stay here in Manila or in city.
okay, I would stay in Manila, but I would really want to have the option to still visit, I guess, and stay for some months.
Sige, ayun, sige. Okay, may nag-comment dito, ano daw, sample daw, Broadway song. Ayan. Sabi ni Arvin
Okay.
Chester Basihan.
Wait lang. Okay. Mhm. Ano ba? Okay. I'll sing one of the songs that I love from Broadway. It's called She Used to Be Mine
Mhm.
from The Waitress. It goes like this. It's not simple to say, but most days I don't recognize me. But these shoes and this apron, that place and its patrons have taken more than I gave them. It's not easy to know I'm not anything like I used to be, although it's true. I have only. I forgot the lyrics. I still remember that girl. She's imperfect, but she tries. She is good, but she lies. She is hard on herself. She is broken and won't ask for help. She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She is all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She's gone, but she used to be mine. All right.
Ayan, ang galing-galing naman ni Josh. Thank you
Thank you,
so
thank you.
much. Napaka-talented ni Josh.
Thank you,
Ayan.
thank you.
So if
But I
there's a
really,
sige.
but I really want to have a formal education on singing. I don't know. I really
You know,
want to improve and learn.
yes, there is always an improvement pa kapag mag-ano ka, mag-training or
Yes.
oo. Ayun, okay, maganda yung boses mo. Mm. It seems
Thank
like
you, thank you.
you are a professional singer. Mm.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oo. Kinilabutan ako sa ano, sa boses mo.
Oh
Mm.
my God. Thank you so much.
So if there is a talent competition for the Misters of Filipinas, so will you do singing?
Of course, I'll be singing. And
Wow.
I guess I'll be performing one of my favorite songs
Mhm.
and with acting, of course.
All right. Thank you so much, Josh. And of course, before we end our live session, so I'm going to ask you some, message of encouragement to all the youth and of course to all the viewers here in Pageant Trend.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. And of course, how you have, I love the reception. I love kung paano nyo ako tinanggap as one of the candidates of Misters of Filipinas. And of course, we from Misters of Filipinas, we love the support. We love the noise that you're giving us. And please continue to do that. Continue to support all of the candidates, all of the 30 candidates of Misters of Filipinas. We are all interesting individuals. We are all interesting misters. We have a lot of story to tell you, and I hope you continue to support all of us, not just me, but all of us, all of my brothers and misters of Filipinas. And also, thank you so much to all of my supporters from Camarines Sur, to my supporters and my K Familia, KF family, my Luminous Circle Artist family, to Tito Jess, to Camarines Sur, to Pili Camarines Sur, to LGU Pili, to everyone from Church of God Pili and who are supporting me. Thank you so much. And to all the youth out there, there's still hope. There is a light amidst anything in this world. We can still survive. We can still have a better life. And of course, better days are coming.
Ayan, thank you so much. And of course, don't forget to promote your
Ah,
online
yeah.
voting sa Misters of Filipinas, especially
Yes,
sa
yes.
YouTube channel. Ayan, sige, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay, so please, guys, do subscribe to Peps TV channel on YouTube. And when you open your YouTube, um, search Mr. Hashtag 8. And the first video will be my video, my advocacy video. Please share that advocacy video and please watch it every day. Okay na isang beses, isang araw, mapanood nyo yung video ko, I will really appreciate it because the People's Choice Award will be based on the number of views that we have on our video. So please, if you could watch it like every now and then, every 5 minutes, siguro, if you want, you could do that and just watch and stream my video, my advocacy video. And by doing that, you're not just helping me win the People's Choice Award and get to the semifinals, but you're also helping everyone that is part of Paglaon project because we are supporting a lot of young people. Right now, we're supporting almost 80 young people in in the municipality, and we would like to extend our influence, extend our help to not just the municipality but also to the province of Camarines Sur, and maybe we could tap other organizations to do the same thing, to do the same initiative to a lot of young people out there, because the young people needs our help. The youth sector of our country needs our help. And all everything we could do is just lend a hand and just click share or click watch. And at the same time, we are selling our Paglaon shirts right now. It's available on my Instagram account and on my Facebook account. By buying this t-shirt, you're helping the Paglaon project, and you're making one young people's dream to reality. So thank you so much for helping me. And also, we have a voting on Elite Skin Perfection for Mr. Elite Skin Perfection. So please do like and share my photo there on Elite Skin Perfection as well. And of course, please stay updated, up to date, and tune into all of the pages of Misters of Filipinas and Peps TV for all the updates regarding Misters of Filipinas 2021. And I really, really hope to see all of you continue to support all of us and the Misters of Filipinas 2021, Misters of Filipinas pageant as a whole. Thank you so much. And thank you, Jay, for having me tonight.
All right. Thank you so much, Josh, for your presence here at Pageant Trend. And of course, before we end our live session, so ulitin ko lang, please do support the Misters of Filipinas page and as well as Misters of Filipinas Sur Josh DIÑO on her journey, on his journey to Misters of Filipinas. So if you want some more questions about his journey, don't hesitate to follow him on his Instagram account. Just type the Josh Dino. Ayan.
Yes.
And ayan, meron din siyang Facebook. I-add nyo lang siya, Josh Dino. Tama ba, Josh Dino?
Yes. Right now,
Alright,
I
ayan.
cannot add anymore. Ang dami,
Oo.
sobrang dami ng friend
Sige.
request ko. And ang hirap mag-delete, ang hirap So please do follow me on IG na lang, kasi sa
Oo.
IG most of the time I respond to all DMs, kasi ayokong may hindi ako nare-respondan na DM sa IG ko. So please follow me on IG.
Ayan. Thank you so much. And also, by supporting his journey to Mr. Sa Filipinas, just subscribe the Peps TV and then, ayun, search the hashtag number 8 and watch it. And uh, don't forget to share the video.
Yes.
All right. So thank you, Josh, for tuning up for your presence here at Pageant Trend, and we really appreciate, despite of your hectic schedule, and we all know that you're busy for the preparation of the upcoming Mistress of Filipinas pageant. So we wish you the best of luck on your journey, and we believe in you that you can do it. All
Yes,
right.
thank you so much.
So, ayun. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Don't forget to, excuse me, don't forget to like our page, follow our Instagram account, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pageant Trend. And also, we have TikTok account. Just search at Pageant Trend Official. Ayan. So, kung mahilig kayo sa TikTok, follow us or like us there. Okay? Thank you guys for tuning in, and mabuhay everyone, and have a nice evening here in the Philippines, and good
Yes.
morning and good afternoon to all over the world. Thank you guys.